2-day update after I put a crap ton of diatomaceous earth all over my garden. I did a video that night showing that it rained. Okay, y'all. So it is the night, the lighting, of when I shot the video where I overly dusted my garden with the diatomaceous earth. I really was just trying to get contact kills of the earwigs because the infestation was horrendous. It was just so bad. And yes, I know I should have wore a mask, yes. As far as the pollinators, I'm not as concerned because I do have flowers all around my property, so they're not going to be completely gone, but just whatever was in my garden at the time, they're probably dead. But I wish my string lights worked, but it rained. It rained. Let me see my flash. So this probably was, hold on, I'm trying to get my gate. Let's see, what time is it now? It's 10:30. I think I did that around 5 o'clock-ish, 5, 6 o'clock. So it rained. So just about all of it has now washed away. Not all of it, but most of it. Oh, it's so bright. That's the grapevine. I know it looks like there's still a lot on it because the way the flash is hitting it, but yeah. And we're supposed to get some more rain. My loofah, it does have like, sorry, a clump right there. Well, yeah, a lot of it has washed away. And when diatomaceous is wet, it's not active anymore. So, whew, it's dark. That's the update on that, y'all. I came out here just to check on the plants yesterday. So this is 2 days later. I did water earlier today, and I hosed some of the leaves down that had like really big clumps, and there's still some really big clumps, but most of it is gone. But I tell you one thing that I did not see was the crap ton of earwigs that had made its way into my garden. That was the whole reason and why I did it. It wasn't, you know, miscellaneous bugs here and there. You know, that's normal in a garden. The population of earwigs was just astoundingly ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So you can still see, still white. But I would come out here and see, especially my beans, like the earwigs have just been crazy. So I'm not seeing them, but they will be all over the beans. Ants too. The ants weren't bothering me as much. This, I just was calling this my trap planter. The earwigs totally ate all the marigolds in there. I did put some seeds like as I was deadheading, and only one took, but the earwigs ate just about everything in this pot. But look, I don't know if he's gonna come over. I got bugs that came back. But yeah, it was just horrendous. If I look at my green stalk, because I sprayed it down with neem oil, dead earwigs. There was tons of earwigs in here too. Like, I don't know, they were just everywhere. I had marigolds here. Earwigs tore them up. These are morning glories. My cucumber still has a good layer of DE on it. But the earwigs, I have flowers in there. Like 4 flowers. They were tearing those flowers up. And at first it wasn't a big deal. I'm like, yeah, eat those flowers. Don't come after the cucumber. And then they started coming after the cucumber. And I think that was broccoli. They were eating that up. I had nasturtiums in there with my loofah. I don't think they like being in there. They basically, one of them died off. They're not happy in there. These nasturtiums are doing okay. This marigold, I just harvested collard greens out of here and left the onions of the marigold. It was being eaten up by the earwigs. Like, this pot was another pot of my pole beans that the earwigs were just horrendous. The earwigs and the ants. And really, ants still there. Concerns, yes, I should have wore a mask. I should have. I'm so used to not doing it for the past couple of years. You know, you get in the habit. It's a bad habit. The comments I got about it being too much, yeah, it was a lot. It was supposed to be a lot because I needed a shock treatment. And from what I could tell 2 days later, my earwig population, I've seen more earwigs in my house today than I have in my garden, so I'm happy. This garden, it is the first year that I expanded it out more into my yard. It was mostly just container gardening and pots along my fence. And I also had a community garden in prior years. So this part of the garden, yes, it is new. And I have never, in the different ways that I have gardened, I have never seen so many earwigs. It was so bad. I just couldn't take it. There's certain garden pests that, you know, you can deal with, you can keep under control, like ants. Those earwigs, I don't know, they must have had a mating party or something. I don't know what the tea was. But anyway, my shock treatment of the DE, it seems for now to have worked, unless they're deep down in the soil hiding out. But when I would come out here, they would be all over the leaves, all on top of the dirt, all on my garden stakes. They would be everywhere. I would just see them. And at least for today, I have not seen one that's alive so far. So I'm going to say right now, it's a win. I had other concerns about so much being on the leaves and the plants not being able to photosynthesize. Like I said, it had rained that night, and then I hosed them down today. And then as I'm watering, I'm going to hose them down. I get midday sun. If I hose them down early in the morning, the leaves are fairly dry before the sun starts beating on them. And then I get afternoon shade as well. I haven't seen any clear signs of leaf damage yet, but this is not the first time I did it. While I was away on vacation, my friend was taking care, and he was seeing that my garden was getting eaten up by the earwigs, and he had did it as well. And so I think this is the second treatment I've done in about 2 weeks. And so far, I think this is going to be good. Now going forward, am I going to do another big treatment like this? Only if the population of the earwigs, I'm only concerned about the earwigs, seem to get bad again. Other than that, I will go back to what I was doing before, spot treating with neem oil. But for now, it looks like it's a win for me with this battle against earwigs. Bye.
Oh yeah.
Why did I even bother watering? Alright, y'all. Yes, I have on a bonnet. It's early in the morning. It is the third, let me see. It rained yesterday, was the next day. So it's 2 days later. We had a 10% chance of rain. It turned into a 100% chance of severe thunderstorms all night long. So I did the heavy dose of diatomaceous earth. It rained hours later that night. Then the next day I watered, hosed some of the leaves down. And I hate that I watered because it rained. But at least I won't have to water for like 2 days. Maybe even 3. But this is the result now after the rains. You still see a coating. but it's nothing fierce. That one, that's time to go. I have to put more season for my peas. I need to trim up. Squirrels jumped in there. I need to trim that up. But not too bad. Part of the flowers that the earwigs were eating up, but I'm starting to see new growth in there. So that's cool. And I'm just now seeing something that I didn't notice before. Oh, my first eggplant's growing. This is in my green stalk. And I know I got some beans in there that I need to harvest. So, no dead plants. And I have seen a lot of pollinators. They came back. And I used to walk out and see the earwigs, especially on this net for my brassicas, but I don't see any, and I don't see any new damage. Hopefully that clump of marigolds can finally blossom because it was getting eaten really bad. So far, so good.